Look, ladies and gentlemen, typically 9 times out of 10, you won't see me talk about fashion. Um, I know what my style is. I know how I like to dress, but I don't need to impose it upon other people. Now, I did see the Met Gala be a thing that I never watched, but I thought, you know what? Let us check it out. Let us watch it and let us see how people, what modern fashion is. Because I know, like as I said, I know what my fashion is. I know what I like to wear. I know how I like to dress. I know how to work around that. But I also don't really care too much about what is considered, modern fashion. You could look at me right now. You could say, well, you need a pocket square, and you could say, well, there is one here. So I could say that. Then you would make the argument the pocket square doesn't quite fit with the tie. You can't really have right bread tie with a blue pocket square. I would argue you can because the shirt is very, very light blue. It's very bright. It's very in your face, sort of a blue color. But you could have a different pocket square color, like a white one, for example, or just a more darker, simpler blue. One could make the argument I should switch the tie maybe from this bright red to something more professional. One could say, so like a blue like this. One could argue. Point is, right? Fashion is subjective. In a broad, you could also argue I should really have my little pocket watch. I can't find that. I've not found that in a while, even though it has my name engraved in it and everything. You could make those arguments. You could say I really need a shave, which yes, I do. I need a haircut as well, but I'm going to a wedding next week, so I'm waiting until I'm closer to the wedding day to have a fresh look more than anything. So I look like I just came out of the barber. But as I said, fashion, in my opinion, in my honest opinion, is very much subjective. There are a lot of different fashion styles. There are a lot of different ways you can dress. You could say I should be wearing a fedora, for example. You could make another argument. I shouldn't be wearing a short-sleeved shirt. Shirt should be long sleeve. That's another argument I could be made. There are 100,000 different arguments to be made when it comes to fashion. That's why fashion is really very much subjective. Something that might suit you might not suit someone else. A lot of that has to do with your skin tone and also your skin color. Two different things, of course. I've got a very, as you can probably tell, I've got a brown skin color, but I've very much got a warm skin tone. And because of my warm skin tone, I very much like to wear, colors that sort of accentuate that. With that said, ladies and gentlemen, let us be distinguished today and actually speak properly. As a wise brat once said, let us have a look, enjoy, and wonder the fashion that is today. Yeah, I know, wearing heads. Yeah, I know. You don't need to say it. Let us watch this.
Zendaya did a style switcheroo no one was expecting. K-pop megastars brought the house down, and the Kardashians slayed the steps, as usual.
So, the Kardashian one is the only one that I'm familiar with, and that's actually the reason why I was aware of the Met Gala.
Megastars brought the house
because someone mentioned she looks like Eiichiro Oda drew her, and I was like, yeah, I can't lie. I can't lie. That actually looks like a One Piece character, straight up, and that's the only reason why I was like familiar that like Met Gala happened. I don't really care much about like these fashion shows. I've never seen a single one. I don't look at how the celebrities dress. I think most of the celebrities, they just wear expensive clothing for the sake of it. They don't actually know how to dress well, which is odd because they really should have like fashion designers with them. But again, fashion is subjective. Fashion is subjective.
Kardashians slayed the steps, as usual. Here are all the jaw-dropping moments from the 2024 Met Gala. The Challenger's actress first hit the carpet in this black and blue striped gown by Maison Margiela. The look totally nailed the Garden of Time theme with its grapes, feathers, and hummingbird accents.
That gorgeous smile, the front of the dress, chin down.
So, I'm going to be not critiquing, but I'm going to be talking about each of them, right? Because that's the whole point. It's not a reaction per se. It's more so let me look at that and actually like say what I think. I think it works very well in terms of like for pictures. But functionality wise, I think it's horrible. like functionality wise, I think it's absolutely horrible. Basically the way I see it, right? Going around or sitting in that is just absolutely atrocious. But like for a one-off picture, if you're doing a photo shoot or something, or in this case you're going to like a fashion gala, so I guess my critique is a little off because they are at a fashion gala. But the way I'm judging it is very much, a case of like functionality as well as appeal. And while the appeal is great, the functionality just isn't. And so that's sort of my view on it.
I don't think she's doing smiling.
I don't think she's okay.
But if we all thought she was done, Daya was not. She sparked all the double takes when she went through the line again to close out the carpet.
This one I like significantly more. I think the headpiece is way too overdone, but it does contrast like the all black aesthetics very well.
A completely different outfit.
She needs to smile more. I don't even know who that is, if I'm being honest. I don't know celebrities. I don't watch movies, right? I know she's... I know she's in one of the Spider-Mans, but I don't know who she is. I'm assuming Mary Jane. That'll be my assumption. Look, alright. I don't have time for movies, is what I tell myself, but I always fall asleep during them. Nah, you know what? Scratch that. Not even like the Queen of England. Okay, maybe that's a bad example. Not even the Duchess of England wear that, alright? Because they're just doing too much. It's just straight up, it's just doing too much. I get it, it's a fashion show, but you're doing too much. Let me be clear here, you're doing too much.
Yep, the garden was nice, so Z did it twice. And speaking of double takes, we almost didn't recognize Sydney Sweeney as she posed in her baby blue Miu Miu ball gown because her short black bob was gasp-worthy.
Ooh, I like this. I like this a lot as well. I'm a sucker. I admit it. I admit I'm a sucker. And this one isn't as like atrocious as the black one. It was like the whole entire floor. This one isn't nearly as atrocious. So this one actually like works really well. I don't like the wig though. I know why she's wearing it because like, it highlights the arms. I was gonna say like the hands, but it's really the whole entire arm. A forearm, I guess. And it also works really well with like the patterns. I think it's too off-putting. When you put like what's an apt comparison? When you put like a blue wig on someone, or when someone's wearing like blue hair, it doesn't matter what they're wearing, that just stands out too much. And in this case, even though I think it's supposed to complement it, and that's why it's pitch black, I think neon black is the correct term, even though it's like neon black, to complement the forearms, I just think it stands out too much, to the point where like it actually takes away from the outfit. Look at me trying to be a fashion critiquer when I don't know anything about fashion. Oh, this video's gonna get like downvoted. I'm gonna get flamed in the comments. You know what? I'm here for it.
Star Jenny Kim was a vision in her custom Alaya blue mini dress with an asymmetrical cutout across the midriff.
So this one I really like. It looks to me very Indian. And I don't know what the traditional like Indian dress is called, but it looks very like Indian in its design. Obviously, it'd never be short. It would never end there. It would always end much further down. But that's what it really reminds me of, and I really like the aesthetics. I think it suits her really well. I think that's a bit too much again, but beyond that, I really like it. It's just like this is a clean floor, like it's a clean floor, like right the gala, whatever. if you're wearing, you can't wear that to like a restaurant, for example, right? Like a ballroom, a restaurant. These are the kind of things that I'm thinking about when I'm like thinking about this, practicality of these like dresses. And you're not gonna wear that into like a restaurant or like a gala or something or ballroom because quite frankly you're dragging half the floor with you. So that's why like if again I feel like that's gonna be like a common complaint that it always just tails off too much.
And the K-pop power continued with Stray Kids, who pulled off a chic transformation on the carpet.
Okay. And I'm always a sucker for long coats. It's so annoying that you don't really get like true long coats anymore. You don't get those. It's a sad life, all right. It's a sad life. Because a long coat nowadays just like if you're getting a true long coat, it sort of just ends at your knee. Whereas you really want it to end at like your ankle. For those ones, it is supposed to go all the way down because that's the practicality of it. But you don't. This is the closest to a long coat as you're gonna get, and so I respect that because I really like. I'm a sucker for long coats, right? If any of you know any good long coats, like let me know. Like that's the one thing that I'm a sucker for because they are so rare to actually get. They must be warm though. I don't know what they were going for. I don't know what they were going for necessarily. And the reason why I'm saying that, some of them have double-breasted, some of them have single-breasted, some of them are color-coordinated, others aren't. Some of them are wearing a party dress, others aren't. So I don't know what they were going for. I'm sure there's some sort of theme. I'm not catching it at all.
And look in here. Hi. Everybody check.
And in a wickedly divine moment, Ariana Grande and Cynthia Erivo shared their Met Gala spotlight together. And it marked Ari's return to the Met for the first time in 6 years.
I'm not gonna lie, I don't know any of these people. The only one I recognized was like that Zendaya. I'm assuming they're all like big people or something. Popular, famous. You know what? I feel like this is gonna come across as like an insult. It's not, right? What I'm about to say is not an insult. I feel like this dress here is very simple. This outfit right here is very simple compared to like what we've seen, which is really odd, right? It's really odd how simple it is because of how extravagant like her, her face and her hair is. I feel, in comparison, like in addition to this person right here, and she has like a more complex outfit. She's got a simpler outfit, and I feel like they're going with that theme. I can't be for sure though. Again, it's not a bad thing. I'm just saying it's a lot simpler compared to like what we've seen so far. She looks a lot shy. She looks really shy as well. See, a lot more complex
Also
of an
making a Met Gala
outfit.
comeback, Demi Lovato, who was last at the event 8 years ago.
I know Demi Lovato. I don't know. She like. I don't know. I think she was like a TV star, right? As well. Again, I don't watch much TV, but I think she was, right. When I was a kid, I remember her name. This one over here is dressed like Elvis Presley, though. I respect that. Always respect the king. I would never wear that. I'll be honest. I would never wear that. That doesn't mean that I dislike it. I would never not wear a shirt either, and that's just because I'm fat. Not fat. I'm chubby. Not quite fat, but I'm chubby. Hers, like the light is just reflecting off of the brochures all the time. Just like, bro, that is making you blind. Sorry, let's be distinguished. My goodness, the light is too dazzling. My jolly goodness, the light is refracting off of these brochures and dazzling my sensitive eyes. I will say, I don't like the way that whole like part just doesn't work with the outfit. I think again, I'm a critiquer despite the fact that I don't know how to dress on. So yeah, we get that. All right, I've established that already. Critique me if you want. All right, I don't care. Downvote into oblivion or actually like constructive criticism. I don't care. Or leave harsh comments. Be racist. I don't care. All right, just leave me alone. All right. I don't like how it looks. I think the dress works very well. I don't think the tattoos at all work, and I'm not saying that you can just like, you know, get rid of the tattoos. But I don't think it works well with like what she's wearing. I don't think that necessarily works either. And I don't think the hair works with what she's wearing either. I know it's kind of odd, but you know, I'm judging her hair now. Like come on. Like again, I need a shave, right? I need a shave, and I'm judging people. I need a haircut as well, and I'm judging people's hairs. All right. Look, I'm just being honest. What I think, right? What I think, I say. That's really all it is. Right? I don't think that works. I don't think it's not her face that doesn't work. It's her hair, the tattoos, and the necklace that she's wearing. I said chain, didn't I? The necklace that she's wearing. I mean, it's sort of like a chain more than a necklace, really. It's not. She almost feels like she's stuck. It's like trying to...
As for those who brought the most drama, Cardi B sported the biggest dress of the night, and it took nearly 10 men to help her get it into place.
I'm not even gonna say it. I'm not gonna say it! I know everyone's seeking attention. Everyone that's here is seeking attention. She's not just seeking attention. She's craving it. You don't want to hear what I'm about to say, but I think the men that are holding the thing up are best dressed than her. Just saying! Just saying! I do like her headpiece. One was a sucker for the feathers. Everything else I dislike with a passion. If this was like an art piece, I'm sure you could make the argument that it's a fashion gala, so it's technically all art pieces. Sure, if you want to go that route, sure. I'm not gonna like, you know, go against you. What I'm gonna say though is, if my girl is wearing that, we're not going out. I don't need her to dress, you know, great, but if you're dressing like that, unless you're like performing, you know, unless you're performing, right, on like a stage or something.
Singer Tyla wowed in a body-hugging Sam dress that was so delicate, she had to literally be carried up the steps.
I love this. Look, I love this, alright? I'm a sucker for this. It's original. I've never heard of a Sam dress. It's original. But if you can't even walk in this, it's the most pointless thing ever. I really should have like judged all of these, like, and given them a rating on a scale of like functionality and a scale of like what do you call it? Functionality and practicality. No, practicality. Like, how are you wearing something that you can't even walk in?
Lana Del Rey's Woodland Nymph Ensemble featured a full net that covered half her body.
Alright, I've just realized that this isn't for me. That's all. I've just realized it's not for me. I don't understand fashion, I'm sorry.
All eyes were on the Kardashian Jenners and their gorgeous gowns. First, matriarch Kris Jenner arrived alongside Corey Gamble, wearing a heavenly Oscar.
So, I'm gonna say just one thing, right? Again, I'm not gonna say anything anymore. I clearly don't know fashion, but I'm gonna say one thing. My brother, right here, right? You on the right. You probably have millions in your bank account, right? Get a tailor. Get a tailor. Like, I'm looking at the suit. I'm looking at the pants. Get yourself a tailor. Alright? That's all I'm saying. Look, if you didn't have the money, I wouldn't say anything, right? It's just a fashion gala though, and you're coming in a suit. So I can actually critique that, right? Get yourself a tailor. Yeah, you know, for those that have never had a tailor, I've only had one suit ever tailored. And unfortunately I grew out of it, so you know perfect, right? But I'm not sitting on millions, all right? That's not me. I'm not sitting on millions. I'm not having my measurements taken and then be like, oh yeah, I need a suit that's perfectly, you know, that's bespoke or tailor-made or whatever, or bespoke or tailored rather. You know, I just buy suits that, you know, that I think sort of suit me. But then the argument can be made, do they really? You know, even though this one is as comfortable as like a t-shirt, even like the suit is as comfortable as a t-shirt. You look at that and you just think, well, a tailor would fix all that. Then there's still plenty of like room, you know, all around that, you know, there is a lot that you can actually change regarding this suit. So even like even if I button it up, there's still a lot of room for tailoring. The suit itself isn't too big. It actually ends like nicely, but there's a lot of fabric that could be cut down, not necessarily removed, but just slimmed, toned down. It obviously depends what kind of fit you're going for, slim fit, whatever. But I'm just saying, my friend, get yourself a tailor.
Oscar de la Renta creation. Then Kendall Jenner stunned in vintage Givenchy.
He's pretty. I really like the outfit as well. It's actually quite not simple, but it's like not out there. I really like it. Kendall Jenner. I know she's a Kardashian. I don't know what Kardashians actually do. I don't know why they're famous. I just know they are. I don't know whether they're musicians, whether they're actors.
Kylie Jenner took our breath away in Givenchy as well. Slay sisters, slay.
You know, like I said, I'm not going to say anything. I'm just looking at her and I'm just thinking, Cybertruck. Cybertruck. That's all I'm thinking. That's all I'm thinking. All right? That's all I'm thinking. Either Cybertruck or Onion. One, I think both of them are obvious what I'm talking about.
Kim Kardashian's super cinched waist that had fans.
What is this? Looks like an upside down, like upside down umbrella. Like Mary Poppins has arrived.
Gobsmacked. Her custom Maison Margiela corset dress flaunted all of Kiki's iconic curves. But we were also loving her unexpected.
There's something I love and loving can do. She obviously can't breathe, right? She's trying to like I don't think her outfit works. I'll say it. I'll say it. I don't think her outfit works. You need to have you can't throw legs with that, wearing that. I think it's almost too casual and then not casual enough. Like it's a mix of like too casual and not casual enough that doesn't work. Sometimes that works. I don't think it works here. Again, I'm not a fashion designer. I don't know anything about fashion, you know, so I don't know anything about art as well. So, you know, if you want to say this is art, okay, I'll back off and I'll just watch my Gentleman's Gazette. But I'm watching this and I'm just like, I don't understand what's going on. I straight up, I don't understand what's going on, all right? Fashion has left me. I've left it. I don't know about it. If you want us to go that way, go that way.
For the cards, they came, they saw, they conquered the Met. Were there ever any doubts?
Well, I'm most likely never going to do fashion again because, quite frankly, like I say, I don't know anything about fashion. I thought I could come in here and be constructive with my criticism or my praise, but clearly I don't know what's modern fashion, all right? I really don't. I just don't. I don't. I'm not even going to pretend that I do. So, hey, this was a fun video to watch. I don't know if it's a fun video to... let me rephrase that. This was a fun video to react to. Or, you know, I was having fun watching this. I don't know whether you will have fun watching my video. With that said, I will see all of you in the next one, everyone. Until then, have a nice day. Peace out. And as always, bye.